Alright, I think we are live now. I shall just go ahead and dim the music. We got a live match to start us off here. They just started drafting. Uh, and oh yeah, this is the Spy Party Euro-friendly stream. I am the host, Kletos, and I have two lovely casters here, Pone Noob
Hello.
and Steph.
Hi.
Yeah, this will be the week forecast of season 4 of SEL, and we're starting off with Catnip versus Arturiax.
Yep. All right, and they actually looks like they've actually finished up the draft already. But let's go through everything they picked. Oh yeah, I see. I broke that. All right, we're ready to go.
Perfect.
Yep. So this is a bronze match here. The first ban from let's see, who we got here. Okay, yeah, Arturiax had the first ban, and he banned Pub.
Which is a good ban. Catnip's gonna pick Pub and Courtyard almost every time you don't ban it against her.
Yep. I would agree with that. I ban Pub pretty much any time against anybody.
Oh, but Pub's so good.
I mean, yeah. All right, so the next match, the next ban out of Catnip is Veranda. Understandable.
Bit of a sign. Yeah, bit of a sign that she might be trying to avoid the 5/8 maps in general.
All
People
right,
who don't like
now
either usually don't like library or modern either.
All right, so the first pick from Arturiax is Modern.
Good map.
Yeah, a good map. You know, it's a nice big map. If Veranda gets banned, it's a natural pick as an alternative. All right, and then the first pick from Catnip, also very expected, is they picked Courtyard, Catnip.
Four games of Courtyard.
Yep, that is not unusual. All right, and then we'll get through these quickly because they've started already. The second pick out of Arturiax is Gallery. One of my favorite maps. It seems to be growing on a lot of people because I'm seeing it a lot. The final pick from Catnip, understandable if I guess Pub's band is Balcony.
Oh boy.
Yep. All right, so we're good to go. The match has already started, so let's get stuff going here.
If everybody's ready.
Yep, I am ready.
Steph?
Yeah.
Let the week forecast commence on 3, 2, 1, playing it. So we got Arturiax playing as Queen on Modern. Really, when it comes to Modern, the faster your character is, the better they are, in my opinion, because the map is so huge.
I mean, if you're able to complete this whole map with a slower character, you're probably going to be okay on this whole map.
Yeah, it's just you have to have some sort of mindset going. I need to have some initiative. I need to have intent with the play.
I mean, just look at that bar. Like, if you're going to deal with that, you need to move pretty quickly or know when people are not being there. That's
Arturiac
one
not going
big
to the
bar.
bar. I feel like he could have gone a good delegate because there would have been a large amount of suspects. Instead, he's going to an idle conversation.
Maybe he's waiting for it to clear out a little bit more.
Ah, he's pinching
Or,
that first
okay, there we
briefcase.
go.
Gets a highlight. Catnip is one of the best fingerprint watchers in the game, and Arturiax playing into Catnip's hand eats a highlight. It's gonna be really hard to finish
So there are a
all
lot
5
of highlights
missions.
already. Just those beginning bar highlights are a decent number of highlights.
Yeah, I count 6. Arturiax with a nice flirt here. It's white, but he leaves himself ready to go for the 3 flirt.
close to me.
Arturiax,
Starting statues here.
I don't mind this. I'm not sure if he knows he's highlighted or not, but given we're about halfway through the game, getting the statue, you've already eaten the highlight. I'm not sure. He's gonna have to pull some trick though to get 5 missions done. Catnip's got her eye on her highlights, presumably.
Statues have been pretty not touched this game.
Yeah.
I feel like that was maybe the second statue to touch this whole game. So
Oof,
that might be really
that's where it's
suspicious.
rough.
Yeah, you need to
Arturiax
get close.
Arturiax could have gotten closer, but instead he risks it for the green and does not get rewarded. He hits the white. He can still
Also
finish the
backhand
flirt.
raising.
He's got plenty of time, but it's just the flirt's not a problem. It's the other 4 missions while also flirting that are gonna be the problem.
No, we're finally at the bar where no one's been at the bar for the last little while. This is really suspicious.
Yeah, I think Catnip's gonna just have to hold the shot, and I feel like she's gonna have a good time doing so. There hasn't been anything too um any like AIs have jumped out as obscenely aggressive.
Another bar highlight.
I feel like the worst thing that could happen here is an AI doing something really wonky and Catnip shooting, because I feel like she's otherwise
And
got
in
a
the
good
red.
grasp in this game. Uh, 2 highlights down,
And that's a
and
low
that's
light.
about it. Yeah.
Oh, is that a low
So
light? Oh.
Catnip continues to put her laser over Arturiax. I'm not sure what
Scare
Catnip's
him a
thinking, but
little.
I'm sure Arturiax is scared. Uh, Probably feels like he may have just eaten a highlight there for the BB, even
Ooh,
though
that
it's
was a
green.
broken animation.
Catnip, yeah, Catnip's all over this. Catnip does not particularly care, from what I've seen, about mission counts. She cares if you're a spy or not. Arturiax only has 1 mission. Really could have had 2 with a bit luck and flirting, but Catnip takes the shot. She's up 1-0.
He was definitely the most active AI there,
Oh, he was the only, and there's only 20 seconds left. Even if he did inspect swap, it would have still been hard for him to finish
for
missions.
sure.
We move on though, because they're live, so we gotta keep up.
We gotta keep going.
Yep. All right. I'm all ready.
Okay, on my count, 3, 2, 1, playing it.
So we have Duke as spy. A little bit of pathing around the map. This map is huge, so walking around takes a little bit of time.
I do like the early bookcase. There's so many things that you need to be tracking, memorizing these statues, looking at these 4 or 5 people at bar, that if you pinch a book early, it's really hard for the sniper to catch you because they're just so busy.
This party is actually probably better for the spy because we have people at statues, people at the bar, people at books. It's a little bit more diverse than that first game where everyone was just at the bar.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Arturiax, when he was spy, he didn't take the purloin, which would have probably made a lot of suspects for Catnip sniping. In this game, Catnip doesn't have to do anything in particular. She's just flirting, grabbed a book, and there's already plenty of highlights. Looks like 4 as I speak, and I'm sure it's gonna be 5 in a moment.
But assuming in the past when there were already 6 people highlight for that purloin, if it were to come off, everyone else would have been a low light, and I don't know if that would have been the best either.
Catnip moving into a double agent conversation. It won't be the best. There's quite a few people out of conversation right now.
The other ones are pretty empty too.
Yeah. It does have 2 highlights in the conversation with her, though. Uh, if she did take it, it's a bit late. Double agent's bailed out. It
You
looks
always
like it
want
was.
to
Go for it.
go ahead.
No, she did the
Microfilm.
microfilm. Yeah, it looked like it was a pit stop there for the microfilm, and no
Don't think
highlight,
it's caught
no
at all. Yeah.
precisely.
Early books is really strong, especially if you know your opponent probably doesn't look for them.
Oof, that's rough. That's gonna make it a lot harder to finish. We're now only have 34%, and the seduction targets run away with that red flirt.
Now would be a better BB. Both of our suspected double agents are also in conversation.
But we gotta go get the drinks.
We need to get the drinks.
I feel like there's like less drinking overall in this map than most maps. I feel like some AI like finish like 3 drinks in one map and will be quite drunk going home. Oh,
Yeah.
that immediate purloin. Wow.
Is it noticed?
Banana
Do
bread.
we know that the list is gone? I'm sure we do now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
the
the
lights are
BB
there.
lowlights come off. Do you know if Arturiax is a truthful lighter? Would he
I
highlight
have no idea.
someone who... I feel like he might just not know. Okay, Catnip's on the move. Flirt's gonna be hard. It's gonna need to be maybe 2 statues back to back.
You gotta insta-sit.
That's a cult.
That's okay. I don't think
Uh,
Catnip was even seen at the bar.
yeah. Oh, that Catnip's gotta love that highlight. Feeling that laser come over you when you're
Finally a
at a
highlight. That's pretty good.
finally a highlight. 30 seconds left. Uh, the problem is
Back to the
the
back statues is really suspicious now.
yeah,
So
and this
block it.
swap has to be watched.
Unless Catnip does a miraculous bug to come
Yeah. Okay.
like all the way across the
Ooh,
screen.
ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought the shot was coming
Very
off on
nice.
the first safety. Definitely a bit of thought into it. She did green the swap somewhere in there. I think really the big thing here that let her down was the red test flirt actually. Flirt became a mission that was off the table at the end of the game and made us have to be very aggressive with the inspect statues instead of just swapping or just bugging, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Live games. We move on.
Woo!
If you're ready, Cleos.
I am.
And on my count, 3, 2, 1, planet.
So on this map, there are a lot of pads to choose from as an AI and as a spy. So people will be moving everywhere all the time. And another early book with this is fantastic. More highlights for the bar. Um, so when you say like people are probably less likely to get drinks, it's probably true because there's just so many other places to be.
Hmm Arturiax, not being as cheesy as possible, takes it into a conversation. The book's not visible because he's got a nice bit of cover and Disney's kind enough to hide it in front of him. We move in for the flirt. Disney hiding.
Aw.
She could mark that book if she wants to when he puts it behind his back. Yeah, slow start. We're almost a minute in and we didn't get the flirt because Queen is very rude and party's not particularly active. I'm sure Catnip's waiting for a BB that's not going to happen, given the amount of people in conversation. Yeah, she
Shut
knows.
for it. Don't need to highlight if you know. It's hard. You probably shouldn't do the same play as your opponent the game before. Probably.
Yeah. Catnip's a sniper who you have to realize that she watches at least 7 of the 8 missions. She's a camper, but not like Kaylee, where Kaylee will let you get away with something like a fingerprint or microfilm. She will watch fingerprint, she will watch microfilm, and I'm not surprised to see this shot come off. One last game of
Moving
modern
on.
All right, ready to go.
on my count. 3, 2, 1, planet.
So we have Rocker, lady
I
in the
think
yellow.
Rocker is one of the better characters here.
We had
On
a
modern.
discussion once on who is the most forgotten character, and Rocker was the one we forgot. So
Well, I
I
didn't
think that's
forget
pretty
Rocker.
telling. You didn't forget Rocker, but everyone else had already.
I feel, and I'll mention it again. I think I did this last cast too. I think it's because she doesn't have a particular thing that she's modeled after that everybody is aware of. Someone like General or Queen, we are easy to remember because they look like a general, they look like a queen, their names make sense. For Rocker,
She looked
it's
like a rocker. Come on.
He looks like a rocker,
And
sure.
look, we got 34% on the flirt, and we have one half for microfilm.
Modern's so weird. Like we're 1/4 through the game, and we've done 2 things, and I feel like that's on pace, but it's still you still have to do 5 missions, and it's much harder than say library where you can just pump some out if you really need to. There's no statue that you can go to, for example, and get the inspect and swap at the same time without having to at least visit another statue that you would be able to do in, say, library.
At least we're next to our ST, so we can get our flirts off a little bit here.
As long as we don't get sunshined. If the ST decides to leave right before the flotation expires, that would be rough. He doesn't. We get the green too, so we're at the nice solid 85%. Any flirt will do now.
Sunshine, as in ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Ah, yeah. We're going to the bar. There hasn't been much bar action. If Catnip decides to purloin and Arturiax
Probably
is on
wait
it,
until someone else takes it.
there's not going to be many suspects.
The purloin takes, or it allows them like about a minute. I think it's a minute to get this delegate off. So if a couple other people go to the bar in the time, it's probably a good thing.
Yeah, Catnip's done it to Mr. K, the Sikh. There really can't be many suspects here if Arturiax notices, but it is an SDA. It is less likely that he'll notice immediately. He does look like he's watching for it though.
Sure,
Yeah,
it's
he's,
gone.
he's, he's definitely
He
zoomed
did
in
it.
and seen no list. Uh, Catnip's the only highlight.
There's two hard tells done, so everything else is a soft tell at this point. But still, visiting double statues can be a pretty good tell.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna end up in a real hard spot where we're gonna have to bug, and there's not much of a chance. Arturiax is slowly and steadily getting a bunch of lowlights. He's left his highlights, and he highlight Catnip because he knows the purloin happened. We're down to 4 suspects, all highlights. 5 suspects. It's not a big list. Ooh, that was a wave to the camera. Yeah, Catnip goes for the walking bug. Does not stick, but the arm sticks out, and Arturiax was on the purloin, so he was on the bug. What is our next map?
Courtyard.
Woo, the best
Yeah.
map.
I do like New York Courtyard. It has all the benefits of El Classic Old Art Courtyard 2, uh, but without the bump. Without the bump.
The bump
Here had a
being a specific path that AI took around the middle statue.
and it was dumb.
It was
We'll,
great. I loved it.
we'll move here in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
We have Arturiax as the spy, as who we call Mom. Others call her Crazy Eyes, for a bug that happened early on, where when she went to bug, her eye shot out of her head.
I do like Mom, or Mum if you're British. Uh, Notably, we have an EU cast, but we're all Pacific time in the US.
We're
I'll be
awake. It's
excited.
all good.
We're all awake. I'm excited to get Catnip in here after her set, both for the post game, but then she'll also be casting, and that should be good fun. Get some actual EU in here. Arturiax hasn't done anything. We have time
We're
to
30
spare, but
seconds to the game.
yeah. Well, we just hit 3 minutes, which means we time added, and then didn't do anything with the time. Which against someone like Catnip, where she's not getting too many lowlights, just results in more suspicion for characters. It's not a bad thing in any sense. We just need to make sure that we don't run into a time crunch late.
51 is good. 51 is always good, but let's avoid no talks. We only have two people in conversation, so you have to be pretty aware of your turn to talk here. I'm sure Catnip is watching for that too.
Ooh, I like that pass by Little Man. Yeah, Catnip is pretty lethal on Courtyard. It's her pick. And the reason why is she watches fingerprint. You can't get away with going to statues and 2 fingerprints against Catnip very often. I think she's going to be very appreciative that Ambassador did not take that drink, for example. Arturiax
And
finishes
for that
flirt
flirt,
with two greens. Um,
we still need a little bit more movement here. Hopefully from the AI and then yourself.
yeah, we could line up a good banana bread here. Uh, Instead, we're going to statues. We'll be the only person at statues, and we'll likely eat the highlight when Catnip gets to it.
Maybe it's not that hard to memorize because there's only really been like 2 or 3 people at statues. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Banana bread's still looking good if we can get into the conversation and not do it immediately. If we get a white test immediate, it's going to look really awkward.
That's gonna be great though.
Arturiax being patient. Now we just need to hope that it
Ooh,
doesn't get worse.
Banana
The
bread.
white test.
got 2 low lights here.
Okay. And we're in the
If
courtyard dilemma. You
Catnip
got 1 minute left. What's your hard tell? Ambassador coming towards us. Maybe it's a bug?
do we purloin? Because you know, white purloin on courtyard is a death, as we've all learned in my set previous.
Okay. Toby says you want a purloin. Arturiax says yes. Catnip says,
Let
how
that be
dare you?
white.
And makes the shot. Catnip,
Yep, white purloin.
lining it up center of the mass. I feel bad for her because she had a couple missed shots in the last set, and doing well there. Very standard courtyard game, about as standard as you get.
And that puts Catnip up 3-2.
Yep, snipers still winning. The we end up playing a lot of spy wins when we choose our games because spy wins are exciting. But this is live, and this is Sniper Party. We'll move on if you're ready, Kledos.
I am.
On 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Catnip as Irish or Greek or Mediterranean. Other names include Red because
Karen.
of her hair, Karen because of other
She
people's
is
ideas.
100% Karen. Catnip gets the benefit of being on the other side of the map because Ambassador and the statue are they're being inspected are over here. Does not take the purloin.
There's a good amount of people over there too.
Yeah, I think that purloin, if she had
Banana
taken it,
bread.
would have been good. We're going for maybe a BB purloin.
Yeah.
BB reject. Okay. BB short for banana bread, as in the contact double agent. Toby came over to us, so she could have also parlayed it into a purloin, and it's usually a good play because while the spy is doing their or spy, the sniper is doing their lowlights for the banana bread, you then pinch the list while they're busy.
Where to next?
I would
Let's.
suggest flirting.
Flirting's good. We have only 34%. Don't make us walk all the way to the other side of the map.
Arturiax is making sure to stay on the side with the ambassador. Catnip.
Oh, should have bugged there.
Yeah,
May have
I
killed
don't.
us, but
I don't think that was precisely what I was thinking. Is you could just run into the ambassador and do the bug there, but as soon as she started moving, Arturiax brought the laser back. He doesn't want to give up the bug, and Catnip's gonna likely need to find a different outlet.
this
Purloin,
is a
perhaps?
standard 3 flirt game so far.
Ooh, innocent drink take.
Ooh, where is that flashy flashing stuff that happens when we do that in game? Or does that
Yeah,
not exist?
no, we got Kledos
Hey,
in
we got flirt.
as captain. I wouldn't have hated that Purloin, frankly. It would have resulted in Toby being a bit silly, and um, would have made us self-suspect. We need to go to statues. It could just be in spec swap. If we go behind maybe Orange Dress, for example, who's at statues right now, and hope that Arturiax doesn't see the fade, we
Sure,
could make it a
Catnip is
50-50
aware.
situation.
Her camera's angled the right way too.
Okay,
Let's do this. Gulp.
precisely what I
Finish
said.
your drink.
Going to the statue that Orange Dress was at. Finishes her drink. We'll
It's
find
a
out if she's trying to
difficult
frame if
fingerprint if you want it.
she
Oh, white.
swaps immediately. Okay.
Is it seen? Highlight for
Arturiax.
green there.
Takes the
Nice.
shot. Perfect. I called
Perfect.
the play and Catnip sees it.
You just gotta
Arturiax falls
stare
for it.
down that animation,
What
but
is this, a spy win?
This is a
spy
spy win.
win! That is, I think, 4-2 for Catnip.
Precisely. Yeah, Catnip, you can tell she was doing precisely what I said, framing orange dress for the kill, because she swapped it immediately, not giving Arturiax any time to go and see the fade. Anybody who's not aware, the fade is a bit faster on a green swap than it is on a white swap.
You can barely call it a fade. Green, pretty much it pops to the next statue, whereas white actually fades.
Yeah, precisely. Catnip didn't get to finish the second inspect, but it doesn't matter because Orange Dress gets shot, as she would hope. We're 4-2, and we're moving on. If
All right, the game
oh,
has not started yet. We actually caught up
we
with them.
caught up. We caught
We
up.
finally caught up.
Okay. They look like they're ready, so I guess we have to be too.
Yep, I am.
I'm ready
All right,
when they are.
just let the
If we're
game
ready.
start. More or less synchronized, right?
Yep. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Okay. Arturiax takes a bug path and does not stick. And we're off. I want to talk about bronze a bit because this division's really insane. When
Scary. I don't
when I
like
was
it.
when I was doing predictions, I was like, these are all players when I play casually, like that I go even with. Like Catnip will shoot me a bunch for fingerprinting. Nanthless will be a bit moody, but on a good day can actually beat me. And I know you're having brawls with Nanthless where
Oh,
he
it's really
was
fun. I love it.
giving you trouble. I do.
Ah, it's okay, I guess.
Jayati is definitely he was a bit of a dark horse last season, but now he's fresh.
JY's doing great.
Catnip's got a lot of games, and Arturiax was actually the mystery
Predicted
because
to win, I think.
yeah,
But he
some
had
people
great
had him as
areas and
first.
everything.
I did it because I couldn't decide who to choose, so I went with the one person I don't know anything about. Uh, but this division's so even, and
There's a lot of good talent. They all have the different styles and skills.
exactly. It's a division where I think everybody's happy to be in it and thinks that they can win it. But it's a division where if you get fourth, you can't really be kicking yourself. It's you just got beat by other good players. It's not a huge deal. Arturiax finally moving in for a mission.
And right there, we get a highlight.
Yeah, we have 1 minute left. This might be a time to
All we have is alert, though.
if we do like a BB Purloin, and it might force a shot, but there aren't that many highlights.
If it forces a shot, does it force a shot on us?
Yeah, potentially. Going across conversation too, I'm not a big fan. We got a highlight going back to statues. That could be
Big five.
an opportunity.
Need a far white flirt now.
Yeah, this will be the moment of truth. If Arturiax runs away here, doesn't Purloin, not running away to reset the flirt. Yeah, actually, as soon as I say that, fake banana bread. Exactly.
Big BB.
We're
Banana bread.
going hoping that someone will find a way to get themselves shot. Um,
16 seconds though. Do we get anyone shot? Does Alice go to statues here?
this is the sort of game I can tell you that Catnip hates. Catnip's capable of timeouts, but she would
Or we add time?
for it. That sticks. We got 44 seconds, and he was on the other side of the map. Don't shoot for the time at Catnip. Shoot for the mission. Boots going back to like third set. No,
No
no!
lit!
Catnip! What are you doing?
I think that if Arturiax finishes missions, he wins.
No, no. Will's looking
Can we add more time?
suspect.
We only have 17 seconds. Even if we go
Okay.
really quick
Banana bread.
here, it's gonna be a little bit over time. So we have to understand, like, someone's gonna get shot probably. Got a bug.
Okay.
Oh, or swap. Okay.
This will be swap. 2 seconds left. Gets the swap off.
Put
This
it
will cause
down. Run
overtime.
away. Run.
No boots. No.
Boots.
What,
Stop.
what mission, Catnip? What mission?
Here's
You
the
can't.
only highlight left.
Yeah.
You shoot your highlight in that situation when you don't know who else to shoot.
Really, it comes down to being on the wrong side of the map during the time ad and then the low light. But good job by Arturiax pulling back on Catnip spy win by bringing back their own spy win.
Being on the other side though, Catnip was on the other side, but as she was panning around, Twin was also just leaving the
Yeah,
windows.
That was
it's
a fantastic scramble either way.
yeah, no,
And that brings us to
that scramble was
fourth.
fantastic. That swap was well timed.
I mean, I probably would have bugged, but I mean, with that low light, I feel like swapping is the best way to get shot as a low light.
Yeah, sure.
But he didn't know. All right, next match is just about to start.
Love being caught up. It feels good.
I know, right?
But yeah, bronze is terrifying. Everyone there has a really, really good chance of winning it. Everyone's been playing a decent amount too. So if they're doing well, it's probably, a mix of skill and practice on
Who's
anyone's
the
part.
who's the person I didn't mention? Because I know they're scary too. Goodness. I know C-Bot's not been active, but let's get on to this game and we'll go from
I'm good.
there.
I'm ready to go.
3, 2, 1, playing it.
Got mom
Okay.
again.
Always mom.
Always mom.
Oh, it's Signerf. Yeah, Signerf's been in higher
Oh, Signer's
divisions,
doing
and
pretty well too.
Signerf is the sort of player where I played him and I felt like I had the advantage, but then he just keeps on shooting me, and I'm like, this is annoying. He not
51.
one not to be underestimated either. 51 flirt. We're
In greens.
getting our game on. Purloin?
And the other half of the map is empty, so there's really no reason to pan on this side.
Yeah. So this is the sort of conversation where I would have actually expected either a BB or fake BB if I was sniping as a Turiax. It hasn't happened, and that's usually indicative that the spy is not in the conversation with a DA. It's really hard to actually decide what to do in that sort of situation, but
It's a spy's decision too. Do we BB just to kind of force him into saying, "Oh, there's a mission done right here."
yeah, it was a good opportunity for a fake, for example, because walking into the conversation and BBing might get you a highlight from a Turiax, especially if you white it. Another, we got 2 flirts done, and they're both green. Arturiax, I think, did that earlier, and now Catnip's taking her turn at
And the
the
other
BB,
red.
BB Purloin.
smooth,
We got the
smooth
list behind
criminal.
us.
Yeah, this is criminal. List seen?
Wasn't
No, don't
checked.
feel like
No,
it.
it was a little late there.
Now
Okay,
I feel like he has to see. Toby did not run away, but so we have to run away. Oh, those highlights are not where Toby was,
that's not good.
Arturiax. We're not gulping the drink. The evidence is still in hand.
Oh, low lit, low lit, low
Yeah,
lit.
and inspect should
Gulp
be
into inspect,
should
and
be
we're
enough.
done.
Yeah, as long as nobody goes and picks up the other statue, we should
Do you
be.
think Catnip thinks she's high lit or low lit?
I think Catnip probably thinks she's highlight and is probably sweating it right now. The
Oh, it's gonna
laser.
be some victorious sweat though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're good here. There's no reason to shoot,
It
especially
feels
if
like
you're
an
on
Old
low
Spice
light.
commercial. The sweat of victory.
Sweat of victory.
And that puts
We've
Catnip
got
back up with
5-3.
yeah, courtyard pretty spy biased in my honest
Interesting.
opinion. We got 3 spy wins after Sniper Party on Modern,
It's pretty good, pretty good.
and I feel
And the
like
other
every
red.
single time that we cast a game, it's a bunch of spy wins for courtyard, and it validates my um, potentially just bad opinion.
Unless it's me versus Marimo, and then there's
Oh,
no
you guys
spy.
just kept on shooting spies though.
It's the fun way to play.
Okay, but we got some true spy party. No, that's sniper party stuff. It is 5-3 catnip. So any win for Catnip now gets her a point. Arturiax on the back foot. And we move on to Gallery?
I'm just loading up.
Yep, same. Gallery gonna be an interesting map. I feel like it's a map that I don't think Catnip's a huge fan of. It's got a lot of noise, and she likes her maps with little occlusion. She likes her courtyards and pubs because you can see more or less everything.
Yeah. In a
If you're
map where you can pan, it's a lot easier. When this one, all you can really do is kind of zoom in and out and hope you see different things while zooming in and out.
Yeah, precisely. Let's get started.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, playing it.
General, we
I
are
immediately
standing at
I
a.
immediately started trying to memorize the statues.
That's what you do on this map.
I'm just like, I need to see those statues before Orange Dress and Wheels go grab them. I think Catnip likely did. Otherwise, she would have an obscene amount of suspicion on Orange Dress, who could have just swapped. Are we gonna go to Bookcase? Nah, we're gonna go to Innocent Conversation.
Innocent conversation is always a fun place to be. We're always waiting on our SD anyway, so we'll see where SD goes. But on this map, you really do need to walk quick. Not necessarily
Yeah,
speed wise, but you need to move.
Arturiax has. Oh, that's a nice seduction target. We're gonna take that flirt. Yeah, we are 51%. These guys are hitting their greens.
Doing well.
There's a fingerprint on that green book here soon, if as long as the ambassador puts it back. That would be the natural progression in my mind. No bug? No bug. We have a drink in hand. It would have been a tough bug to do.
And once again, we're starting to run low on time.
Yeah, Arturiax hasn't like run himself into a situation I think more than once regarding time, but has been slow starting every game. And Catnip's been patient. It's not being rewarded. There hasn't been civilian shots, for example. The only reward that happened was that low light, which was a bit out of the blue. Fortunate. We're trying to get the fingerprint going. Well, there was a bit of a traffic at the door,
44 left, and we took a drink outside, which only happens about 25% of the time.
but we're returning a briefcase. So
Yeah.
we we didn't keep it outside. We didn't dare
We brought the
drink.
drink back in.
Yeah. Is that Damon's job to make sure that nobody takes drinks outside? Because even then he's doing a poor job. Okay, another flirt. Another green. These guys have been two flirting real well. And it's kind of saving Arturiax, because Arturiax has been the slower spy, and putting him in situations there where he can get away with a bit more. He still has to finish 3 missions. Inspect is a good start. I feel like we're just forcing ourselves into an inspect swap, though. That conversation's a bit full, but it's really want to do a BB. Arturiax deciding to be cheeky, going for the old that conversation's full. I'm gonna stop and turn around like an AI would.
31 seconds. Where do we go?
I would have already low-lit Arturiax. I'll be honest, that stop next to the ambassador there was really AI-like. The problem is, as long as Catnip doesn't find someone to shoot,
Banana
Arturiax
bread.
is in trouble. Catnip taking lowlights instead of shots here on the BB.
We time out.
I think Catnip's trying to find someone to shoot, but there's just for overtime, but there's nobody to shoot because there wasn't a spy in that game. Arturiax did 1 inspect, and was one of like 3 highlights at the end of that game, 4 highlights.
All right,
It looks
Catnip's
like they're
on match point right now.
yeah, Arturiax gotta pull it back here, 6-3 down. Get started in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Ooh, Catnip on boots.
And we got a bug attempt.
Yeah, they haven't actually, I think, stuck a bug this game. this whole set, which I'm not sure is the best idea against Catnip. I think Catnip's much better at the missions that other people don't necessarily watch as well. She's very good at fingerprint. Um, you might just have to get a really good bug against her.
That was a broken
As
animation, but I don't think Arturiax watches for that.
I I don't think uh, anybody on gallery is gonna catch that very often. It's the sort of thing that I feel like even like people who do watch animations like yourself or Bacon catch it out of the side of their eye and
For
aren't
sure.
really sure.
It's a little easier when you know who the spy is to judge.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we're judgmental. Um, I feel like I'm gonna give that disclaimer now while we have the chance. When we say someone did something wrong, it doesn't mean much. Um, like
Banana bread.
we're casters here. We got to be constructive and critical. But Catnip, I think the reason Catnip's ahead in this set, frankly, is her pacing's been better than Arturiax. Arturiax has been slow. Catnip's getting missions done. This is being zoomed in on though.
Oh
Arturiax trying
boy.
to.
Okay, let's line this up. Wait. That brim of the hat. I think we probably should have waited there for a clearer shot instead of taking that risk between three heads.
Oh, no, the next shot's so classy though. 6'4" Arturiax,
Yes,
good
but
stuff.
what if Cowboy's hat just bent down slightly at that last moment?
Then we lose.
Sometimes. But guess where we're
Yeah,
going
good.
next?
Yeah, that
Friend?
was actually a really great.
Look where we're
Great
going,
news
No,
friends.
because now we get to go to balcony.
I love
Catnip.
balcony.
Okay, so there's two reasons I was supporting Catnip. One, I have to cast for her in a moment. I'd rather have a happy Catnip than a sad Catnip. And two, she was winning 6-3. All she had to do was win, and I didn't have to cast balcony.
But balcony is beautiful.
Okay, Steph, you do the casting then. I'll just be disgruntled over here. If
Oh.
we want to get started, 3, 2, 1, planet.
So, what do I watch for in balcony? Animations probably.
I'm gonna go read the chat.
That's fun. We have a full conversation.
Banana
Good time to
bread.
BB, and we do. Nice. But our ST's out of conversation, so we either have to follow her to the windows, or we wait for her to come back, or we hang out elsewhere until she decides to come to us, because we play like that.
I feel like we don't have to flirt, but this party's already been fairly suspicious.
Yeah, everyone's been moving, everyone's been talking, so it's not too hard to just finish your missions here. So, I mean, you get some of the things that you need or
Uh,
want
Arturiax has been hitting the green flirts all game, and then
until now.
the one that you really want, that one on balcony, is now 34%. Um, Papa Danger really wanted to get shot, in my opinion. If he talks here and then talks at the end of the game, I feel like it's a hard shot not to take after the white BB.
If Boots leaves, we chase pretty soon after, because flirt outside of conversation is always very helpful. And our DA's talking, which is not fun. And that was a bug 10.
Ooh, that's exploratory bug. Does not
No,
take.
really not close enough.
To a point that Catnip doesn't see it because why would you be watching that character for a bug?
I say it's fair to like not be watching them if
Oof.
it couldn't take.
That highlight's rough because if we finish flirt, we're
That's for
likely gonna
second
get
talks.
shot, and we're likely, if we bug, we're more likely to be seen.
And
Um,
we try to do it again?
is
That was a
Ooh,
bug.
that bug was good.
You just have to notice the arm not moving on the other side.
Yeah, but the zoom in,
And then it's,
yeah, no,
yeah,
Arturiax is bringing it back. 6-5.
All right,
Catnip
we're
it's
gonna
five.
need to see that bug again from the.
Do
I
we
was
have a
watching
sick
it from the
bug cam?
sniper's view, and
I
I
do.
did
I
not
am
catch
not.
it.
I do not have the Slappy stick bug cam.
Ah, darn it.
That bug was really good. I was watching it from the
It's
sniper view,
clean.
and um, with the zoom in, I really only noticed it because of the text came at the bottom saying "bugged ambassador." It would have been me, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that. I mean, yeah. I mean, the
Yeah.
only thing is like, I think you might like if you hadn't been bugging, you might have seen an arm swing that you didn't see because of the bug animation. like
Yeah.
like you would have seen
Uh,
his back arm swinging out forward. But
Yep.
that's like so subtle that
It's one of those things where on balcony, try to avoid being zoomed in at all costs, because there might be so many other things happening besides like the one point that you're looking at, which is generally the conversation.
Yeah,
And if
and
you
it's
have your highlight walking away, you definitely do not want to be zoomed in.
yep. Catnip on the ropes. She just needs to win this to win. Otherwise, we're going SpyParty. If you guys are ready, we'll get started in
yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Catnip as Irish green Mediterranean carrot.
Ooh. So AI control does some nice bounces and then puts us right next to our seduction target. Is she gonna just take the second talk? That's second talk. It's only 34% though, and it's gonna get us a highlight more likely than not. Oh,
34.
it looks like
Why are we zoomed in? Okay, there we go. Oh boy.
Arturiax, I think, doesn't like that pile up that happened. That twin is kind of just on the toes of the other twin in general. And
Banana bread.
this what? Ooh, yeah, no, that's
No,
shot.
no. Well, wonder what happened there.
I think it's just the place in conversation.
Huh.
It might have been a bug though.
Hi. And oh yeah, and Catnip wins 7-5.
Yeah, kind
Oh
of
yeah,
wins, yay!
by the way.
Woo!
Well, congratulations, Catnip.
Thank you.
Close set
Banana
though.
bread.
Goodness. Which game had you sweating the most? Was it the last one, or was there a game in particular?
Which one I did what the most?
Sweating. Which one had you the most nervous?
Uh, Probably the last one,
Banana
because
bread.
like I needed to win. I needed to
Yeah.
win that game to get the win, and I really wanted the win overall, because yeah, the season hasn't been going as for me as majority has predicted so far. So yeah.
Yeah, no, 7-5 though. It's really the as close as you can get while still winning. Um,
Yeah.
anything that you wanted to mention there about your play today that you were proud of?
Why am I-
You're cutting out a little bit for me.
I'll ask the question again there, Catnip. Was there anything about your play that you're particularly proud of?
Oh, sorry, I misheard. I didn't think it was to me. Sorry. That I'm proud of. Possibly courtyard, where, or perhaps gallery, because I was patient enough to not shoot there because I didn't think anyone could have shot.
I was saying precisely
Anyone
that
could have been done.
when we were watching the gallery game. I'm like, I'm sure Catnip's miserable right now because I know you don't love having to time people out, but you're capable, obviously, and you showed that.
Patience.
Good set, and they'll put us at standings where I think it's now you're pretty solid third place. And
Yeah, that I don't want that.
But we also still have a whole more than half of a season left. So I mean, anything can happen, especially if we've only been winning 3 weeks in a row. Anything can
actually,
happen.
I think you're going to be tied for second here. So looking at the standings, you're going to now have 5 points. You were tied with Arturiax, who's going to be left at 3 because no points for the loss here. And then while I'm not going to spoil too much, we did have the Jayadi Nanthless game. And so you're doing well. You're in prime position there for making that top 2. And that top 2 is really all you need to do to get yourself into the final playoff game and potentially just win the division off a good long set.
Yeah, potentially there. But yeah, I think this one was very good for my mentality throughout the season, because so far my only win was only Seabot, who is MIA.
Yeah, and the thing is here, Arturiax did not play poorly. You played well to beat him, and if Arturiax is in the chat, good stuff on your part too. I wouldn't want to play you, but that's true for almost anybody we talk about these days. So it's not the
Yeah.
biggest compliment in the world, but goodness, everybody's just getting better.
Yeah, good and tough competition. So
Anyway, now that Catnip is here, I'll be stepping out.
All right,
And I'll let
well,
you guys cast the next stuff.
well, it was awesome to have you, Steph.
Fun to cast balcony.
Oh yeah,
We got
we
two
Yeah.
games of balcony.
Yes.
Ugh.
Thanks, Catnip.
No worries.
Have fun. See y'all
Bye.
later. Bye.
all right. Well, I think